Today, I'm going to go ahead and do a video on Liza P on the Steam Deck. And to start it off, I'm going to be using 800p at the lowest settings. So going to settings, the graphics, and then here we are at 800p with the low preset. Obviously no FSR, but I'll enable it as we go through. There we go. Jumping right into the game. This game looks fantastic, to be honest. At the low settings, it still looks great and holds up quite well. And as you guys can see, we're sitting pretty much in the 50s up into the 60s. We do get some occasional dips into the 40s, but I think on average, we're sitting in the 50s and 60s. First floor of the low settings, as you guys can see, some textures look very blurry until you get close to them. There we go. See? As I get close to it, it comes into focus. And once I leave, the image becomes blurry again. Okay, let's go this way, see what's up. This game is very GPU intensive, as you guys can see. We're pulling around 10 watts on the GPU and like 2 watts on the CPU. So using FSR here will come in very handy. The game is very fun though. It feels very Souls-like. Hey, who you gone away? Getting a couple of stutters here and there, unfortunately. But I think an FPS cap should fix the issue. What you got? What, a crossbow? Wait. He's turned away, he can't see me. Got the backstab? Ooh. That is clean. We still get those nice reflections on the ground. Looks fantastic. I got block, right? Yeah, I do. Alright. The next few months are going to be absolutely packed. Got a couple of games coming out in July, and then a lot coming out in September and October. So that'll be insane once that comes around. Head downstairs. What do we have down here, guys? A lot of dead bodies. Interesting. Okay, now using balanced FSR. The game looks fantastic still, to be honest. Looks a bit softer, I think, but overall, looks very good. Now we're sitting in the 70s instead of the 50s and 60s, which is insane. It does 2 attacks, and then I can go, oh, major started there. 3 attacks this time. This guy's tough. I can't dodge. Back up. Heal up. I think I'm gonna die here, to be honest. Oh, it broke me. And now playing the game at the medium settings. We'll be over that. Oh, that was quick. Now let's jump into it. Sitting in the 40s and the low 50s. All the enemies have to respawn, of course. I'm just gonna spam through these guys real quick. No, you don't. Stop trying to hit me. The game feels fine. We are getting some stutters here and there still, but it's feeling fine at 40 FPS. The door looks pretty good so far, to be honest. Wasn't as blurry as before, as the low settings. We need the key, okay. But it does still go out of focus once I leave. Yeah, I think for this game, a mix of medium to low settings is the way to go. With FSR, of course. If you want to get 60 FPS. If you go with 40 FPS, then maybe a mix of medium and high, as well as FSR. Okay, let's enable FSR and see what we can do. Because again, normally at the medium settings, we're sitting pretty much at 40 FPS up to 50 FPS. But the game is very stuttery as well, so keep that in mind. What you got? Oh, that is so satisfying. And I blocked him too. Oh, no, I didn't. I just destroyed that guy. Yeah, I think the boss is downstairs here. I have no range, and he's got plenty of range. I think I've got to roll into him. Just like that. Roll? Yeah, there we go. What you got? Let's go. Oh, no. Heal up. I dodged it. I pressed B. You guys saw that on the camera. I think I'm dead here again. Thirdly, playing at the high settings. Go with that. And let's jump into it. Alright, now sitting in the low 40s and even the high 30s. The game is becoming very intensive at this point. And very stuttery too. Wow. It is very, very stuttery. I'm getting input lag. I'm actually getting input lag right now. This feels awful. It kind of feels like it's in slow-mo more than anything. Wow, this feels pretty bad, man. What's happening? Alright, we'll keep playing though. It's alright. But I do want to sneak behind this guy though. What? Okay, there we go. It didn't even react to me. The game is just so stuttery at this point. It's pretty unplayable, to be honest. It's running in slow-mo pretty much. And the stutters are kind of crazy. So I think the high settings without FSR is just unplayable. Let's enable FSR again. I'll go up to the performance mode this time and see what we can do. Can I just run past this guy, please? Oh, that is still very stuttery. No, leave me alone. There we go. In one backstab. Come over here. Oh, the stutters are crazy. Yeah, I've got to relax. I don't want to die here. I had that backstab, dude. Chill out, man. He's so close. You're dead. Just like that. We got the key. And something else. I couldn't read it on time. I killed him on the high settings with all the stutters going on. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I'll take it. Yeah, press the button. Let's go. Open it up. This main hallway, man. Just so laggy. Yeah, I think the high settings isn't really worth it, to be honest. It is far too stuttery, far too laggy, even with FSR enabled. If you want to get the quality, then go up to the medium settings, I guess, or a mix of medium and high, if you really have to. But I think for me personally, again, I'll go with the low and medium settings instead. And finally, for the optimized settings, I'm going with a mix of medium and high settings. So going into graphics, using balanced FSR, and these are the settings I chose. There we go. So at those, we're sitting in the 50s. So if you do want to get 60 FPS, then go ahead and lower the settings a bit more to low and medium, obviously. But if you go indoors, again, 60 FPS is very easy to achieve, as you guys can see right here. And obviously, I've gone ahead and unplugged the Steam Deck as well, so we can see the battery life of the system as we go through. So far with the uncapped frame rate, we are sitting at an hour and 30 minutes of gameplay time, which isn't great, but it's okay for the Steam Deck, to be honest. Now, if you do want to get a bit more playtime out of your system, then playing at 40 FPS will give you around 2 hours of gameplay time instead of an hour and a half. The game doesn't feel as responsive as 50 to 60 FPS, unfortunately. It feels kind of slow-mo-y, but if you keep playing, you'll get used to it, and it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. And finally, for 30 FPS, you should be seeing around 2.5 hours of gameplay time, which is much better than 40 FPS and the uncapped frame rate, obviously. So yeah, if you care about battery life, then play the game either at 30 FPS or 40 FPS. It's really up to you. If you want a more responsive game, then play at 40. But if you don't care about that, and you're cool with 30, then you'll be getting the most battery life out of your system. Finally, playing in dock mode, which is at 900p, and playing at a mix of low to medium settings. There we are with that. Sitting in the 50s, look at that. Whoa, major stutters though. The game feels pretty smooth for the most part, but again, those stutters, okay. But I think overall, it's a pretty decent experience. It's definitely playable in the Steam Deck as well. And you also have plenty of choice to go with what you want. If you want extra battery life, then play the game at 30 FPS and a low preset. And if you want more quality, then you have the choice for that as well. You can play the game at a mix of medium and high settings and get a playable 40 to 50 FPS experience. Okay, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time for the next video. See you guys there.